Welcome. Hello, friends. I have missed you. Welcome back to Birdsnest Designs. I'm Denise, and I am so happy that you're here with me today for my relaunch of Birdsnest Designs. So say hello in the comments. Let me know you're here and tell me if you're excited to spend your Friday evening crafting and doing a little stamping. So it's been a little while since my last live. Like we're talking like 4 months. I've spent that time really thinking about where I want Birdsnest Designs to go next, and kind of get reconnected with what's going on in my heart. So, um, oh, we have a camera going off over here because it's my first time being live for like 4 months, so I had to make sure everything was set up properly. So I have a little bit of a check going on over here. Hi Christina, hi Jennifer and Jen, hi Glenda, hello Denise, welcome everybody. So as I was saying, I took a step back to reconnect with my why I started Birdsnest Designs in the first place 15 years ago. It was a creative journey that I've been on. I've loved every minute of it. But it, ebbs and flows like everything does, right? And so the 4 months was a really good time for me to reflect and look back on things. So what I determined is it all comes back to this. Very, very simple. Crafting should be fun. It should be meaningful and it should be full of heart, right? It shouldn't cost a fortune. It shouldn't be stressful. And it should be a really good way to relax and hang out with some friends, whether it's online, like we're going to hang out tonight, or in person if you're in a room full of your stamping friends. So that's where I'm coming to you from my heart. Let's create with joy. Let's have fun. And let's use what we have, right? We don't always have to have the newest products because we have everything we need in our craft rooms already. We just need to use what we already love. So welcome. If you're just joining us now, thank you for being here. I am so excited and I hope that you guys are excited to be back here too. Oh, okay. I'm just going to make one little adjustment here on my screen because I can't see all your lovely comments. Now I can. It is so nice to see all of you here in the comments. Hi, Marie, and Flo, and Mary Jean. Hello, Kathy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hi, Debbie. So awesome to see you all here. So again, my goal moving forward is going to inspire you to use what you have, whether it's brand new Stampin' Up! Goodies, some of your retired favorites, another brand, it doesn't matter. Let's just stamp, let's have fun, and let's be creative. Let's make beautiful things with our own two hands. So tonight, to kick off this new chapter of Birdsnest Designs, we're going to make not one, not two, but 3 cards, all using the same fun fold design, but switching out the products to create very different cards using a combination of current and retired Stampin' Up! Products. So I'm excited to do this. I shouldn't say I've never. I haven't done a video with 3 cards in a really long time. So this is going to be great. They're all going to be very different. And we're going to get a little bit of inspiration from you guys as well in the audience. So make sure that you're writing those comments, or maybe you're going to be crafting along with me and your hands will be too busy. But let's just have some fun, okay? I'm so excited to be here. Okay, ready? Let me turn the camera down. Keep those comments coming, you guys. I love to hear from you. It makes me feel like you're in my room, sipping on a cup of coffee and crafting along with me. So let's keep it going. And I'm going to switch the camera down. If I can find the right button, bear with me. As I said, it's been a while. Okay, so here we are. We are going to be playing with. Now I've got some stuff already pulled out. Okay. Oh, Christina, I love it. I love that you're using what you have. I think that is my my focus right now too. Okay, so here we have, first let me show you the fun fold we're going to be playing with. Okay, so I have an upcoming team stamp camp. Now that Canada Post is actually going to let us ship things, I can actually get those in the mail hopefully next week. But this is one of the cards we're going to create. I don't know what you want to call this. I know my friend Glenda, I saw her in the comments, and she is like awesome with fun fold. So she probably knows what this is called. But it is closed like this. Isn't this sweet little bear? And then it pops open like an easel with the bookbinding fold, and it's kind of triangular. So I don't know. We could kind of come up with a really funky name for that. But this is the card we're going to make. Well, not this card. This is just a sample. But we're going to make 3 cards using this type of fold. So get ready. I hope to inspire you to pull out some of your goodies and do some stamping. So first things first, let's start with one suite that I bought when it first came out, and I have not yet had a chance to use it. So we're going to play with the Painterly Pears suite. So this is the designer paper. We're actually going to need a chunk of this one. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, see, Glenda, I knew she'd have the answer. Twisted easel bookbinding fold. See, you guys? I knew. I just have to ask the question. Okay. So, Jennifer's scrapbooking as she's watching. I love it. Okay, so we're going to use Painterly Pears. Now, we're going to use, this is a stamp set that coordinates. Okay. So, yes, over the summer, I took on a project of switching all of my stamp sets into these cute little clear envelopes out of their cases, and I can fit them all nicely on my shelves now. So it's easy to flip through them. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with a fun color scheme of Secret Sea, Petal Pink, Old Olive, and Darling Duckling. Okay. Such a fun, bold color combination. So we're going to use that. And then, okay, now that I know we're working over here on YouTube, I'm going to close this off because I think it's messing with my internet. Okay, so first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11. So that's just a standard letter size piece of cardstock cut in half lengthwise. And then you're going to want to grab your paper trimmer or your score pal, whichever you choose. And we are going to take this and score it at 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm lining it up down here on my 4 1/4 line. Okay, we're going to score that. And then we're going to go to 5 1/2. And we're going to score it again. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to score it again from the top right up here to the bottom of that 4 1/4 score line. So we're going to make a diagonal score right like this. Okay, keep those comments coming, you guys. I want to know what you think. We're going to go from here. So lining it up into the track, okay, that corner, and we're going to spin it until this bottom of this score line is also in that channel. Make sure you're using your score blade, not your cutting blade. Okay, and we're going to score that like that. All right, so that's all there is to this fun fold. The rest is all in how we layer it up and add the pretty things. So we are going to fold on the 5 1/2, just like we would to do a regular landscape card. And I need a bone folder. Here we go. It's going to be amazing if I have everything close by. Okay, so we're going to fold it in half, and then we're going to fold back on that 4 1/4 score line. Okay, just like you would to make that book binding. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold in on that diagonal fold. Okay, we're going to get to do this 3 times, guys, so don't worry, friends. We're going to have this down packed by the time we're done. Okay, so we've got this opened up. We're going to, first things first, let's adhere our bookbinding down. Okay, so the cards we're going to create tonight, this is the only one that I've actually designed ahead of time. The rest I just have ideas in my mind, and so I pulled out the supplies, so we're going to have some fun and put them together. This one's going to be probably the most intricate one. The rest are going to be a little more simple, but it's all about just having fun and crafting from heart, right? I love it. Okay, so here we have our bookbinding. Now, we are going to take a piece of Petal Pink. This one measures 4 by 4. Okay, and we're gonna layer a 3 3/4 square piece of designer series paper. Now, if you don't have the pairs, don't even worry about it. We can find something else in your stash for sure that is going to work just as nicely. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna adhere it down onto our petal pink. And this pear paper is getting a little distracting, so let's move that over here. Okay, so we're gonna adhere this down. I have been so excited to come stamp with you guys all day today. I was like a little bit giddy at work. I was like so excited to come back here and stamp with you. All right, so we've got our designer series paper there. And now what we can do is go ahead and adhere it onto our folded front. So what is really important here is that you only want it attached on the bottom triangle, not up here, because if you attach it here, it's not going to be able to be an easel, right? So what I'm going to do is take, if you look, right, remember this is 4 1/4 square, this is 4, so we have just a little bit of room. So what I like to do is take my seal, you could use liquid glue too, whatever your preference, and I'm going to put it right there really close to that diagonal. Then I'm going to take this bottom corner here on my card and I'm going to put adhesive there as well on the back of the petal pink this time. Okay, and then we're going to attach it nice and even-ish. Here we go. Is that good? There we go. Woof. Okay, let's just get it down there. Okay. I love this elegant suite too, Christina. It's so pretty. Okay, so there we have that. Now see how this is coming together to be the front, and you can see that triangle on the back. Then I'm going to take another piece of designer paper that's 1 by 4. We're going to attach that. That's just the back, this pretty old olive pattern here. We're going to put this one right there. Okay, so there's our book binding. Now we're going to get a little fancy and we're going to create, decorate up the front. So we're going to be using both the perfectly pear dies and these, which, oh my gosh, you guys, I love these dies so very much. They're so fun. They're called the branching out dies. Okay, so I've gone ahead and cut one out already. And I've used Darling Duckling to tie in nicely with these flowers. But what I want to do is actually cut this label in half. So again, with my trimmer here. And this measures, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like just shy of 2 1/4. So we're just going to cut it roughly in half. Like this. I do have one over here already cut, but there we have. Now we have 2. So save one. You can use one on your next creation. Okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take this yellow Darling Duckling strip and we're going to put it on here. And of course, you guys, what are we going to use? We are going to find my bumpets somewhere. There we go. Okay, and we're going to stick 3 of these bumpets on the back. So thank you guys so much for being here again, watching me on YouTube. Part of my new relaunch is that my live videos will only be streaming to YouTube, not to Facebook, because it's just simpler for me and simpler is fun. So we're going to keep it here. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Share the video and give me those thumbs up so that I know you're enjoying tonight's video. Okay, so there's our label on there. And now I've cut out a 2 3/8 circle with this punch. If you don't have this punch, 2 1/2 would work. You could use a stylish shape circle, whatever you want. Just get a nice circle in a nice crisp white. And then we're going to take some more bumpets. And we're just going to put 1 or 2, probably 2. Let's do 2 up here. Oh, wait. Put that bumpet backing on. See, I'm getting too excited. We're going to pull in some ribbon first because you guys, how pretty is this? Look at this sparkly ribbon. It's so beautiful. So we're going to take that and I'm going to tie a faux bow. So by that, I mean, I'm just going to form a bow, but I'm not actually going to tie anything. I'm just going to Sorry, I had to uncap my... Jennifer's asking if I have a regular schedule for lives. I don't. I really like the idea of doing Friday evenings, to be honest, because it's the end of my work week. It's something to look forward to. But I don't know. I know next week doesn't work on a Friday, so it might just be kind of fluid right now, just as I figure things out. But I will let you know in plenty of time. I will be sending out newsletters, email newsletters on Sundays. So I will put it in there for sure for that week's live video. But hopefully I do get one ironed out. Okay, so, oh, look what happened. I got busy talking and I lost my bow. All right. Let's pretend we're going to make this faux bow again, just like this. We're going to stick it down here, okay? Because I want it to kind of stick out from behind our circle. So I want it to go right here. Now our circle is going to cover this, remember? So we can then take, oh my gosh, where did I put my tear and tape? I know I grabbed it. Okay, well, there's no tear and tape to be seen. So we're gonna just take a bump it and we're gonna use a bump it to stick that bow down. Stay, okay? And then for extra assurance, let's grab a little mini glue dot and the end of my pokey tool, and I'm just gonna tuck that underneath here. Okay, just like that. Okay, so there's our faux bow. Remember, I didn't tie a knot because I didn't want it to be big and bulky there. Aw, thanks, Christina. Okay, so here's our circle. And now I'm going to stick those bump it parts up there over the ribbon. Do you see how this is tucking out, showing those sparkly bits? I love it. Okay, there we go. Stick that down. Now this is kind of flopping. We should have put a little bit of glue under there. Hello, Denise. Nice to see you. We're just going to see what I did there? I just tucked a little bit of glue and now we're just going to rub that so it sticks down. Okay, so there is our circle. Do you guys like how that ribbon's just kind of sticking out there? Okay, now we're going to pull in our pear dies. Okay, so these are the perfectly pears. And I was going to do this ahead of time, but I thought, you know what? I just want to hang out with you guys. I want to have fun and I want to like create these cards together. So I saved the cutting. We're going to cut out this fun little branch. And then from that paper here that I had pulled out earlier, I'm actually going to cut out one of these pair of pears, let's call it. Okay. Oh, so I'm just going to cut one out and then I'm going to use the dies to get all nice and tight and around those edges. So see how beautifully this fits on there? It's awesome. So we've got that. I have my Post-it tape handy because my die cutting machine is to the side of me here. So I'll just tape that down. I'll bring this over as well. And I will run it through the machine. Okay. Now, okay, I'm seeing so many comments, you guys. I love it. I love it. I've missed you so much. I'm so happy to be back stamping with you. Okay, so there's our pears. Aren't those fun? I love that we could just pop them out of the paper. Okay, so then we're going to take this beautiful branch. Isn't that fun too? Okay, now I think we have almost all of our pieces. Now I should have had a little piece of petal pink somewhere handy here. I don't, so we're just going to grab a little piece out of my pink stash here. Maybe, maybe not. We need a little piece of petal pink, you guys. So here's my like scrap bin here. Well, not all scraps. I have some swap cards in here too. We're just going to grab a piece of petal pink. And we just need a very small piece. And from this piece of petal pink, we are going to cut out this little shape here from the pears. Okay. So let me cut that out. Okay, so there is our piece there. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. We're going to take our Perfectly Pear stamp set, and I'm going to use the sentiment thank you and the, oh, I forgot about the friend one. Okay, so we have some blocks over here. We're going to use thank you. And we're going to use the word friend. Okay, now we do need to cut one more little piece. So we're going to also cut, we might as well do it all while we're here. We're going to use this little guy here, and then we're going to cut out a row of flowers as well. So this little piece here, we're going to cut out of petal pink. And the flowers we're going to cut out of Darling Duckling. Okay, oh, not that. Okay. All right, where did my, there it goes. Okay, so here we have our last pieces, and now it'll just be stamp and assemble, and then we'll be moving on to our next version, which is going to be far more simple, but equally as pretty. So, all right, let's not lose pieces. So I'll put these back on my magnetic piece. There should have been 5. Oh yeah, there's 5. Okay. So we're going to pull in, let's match up with our card base. We're going to use Secret Sea. If you guys don't have this color, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. But you could use a black or a dark navy to go with it as well if you don't have this one. So we're going to take thank you. And I'm going to stamp that onto my petal pink piece. And I want it a little bit to the right of center. Okay. There's that. And then using the same color, I'm going to take the little piece and I'm going to stamp friend. Okay. Oh, that's exciting. Kathy got an electric die cutting machine for her birthday. It's awesome. I have one. I have the Tim Holtz version. It's fairly old now, but I love it. Especially when I'm doing multiple cuts for classes and whatnot. Okay, so we've got our pieces there. Now what we're going to do, where did our vine go? You guys, we had a green vine we cut out. Where did it go? Do you see it? Oh my goodness. Where has it gone? Okay, if you guys see it and I'm just missing it, please let me know. It's going to be simpler just to cut another one, isn't it? You know, as soon as I do this, we're going to find it, right? We're going to find that pesky little vine as soon as I cut this one out. But I have completely lost it. Lost the vine. I haven't lost it. I've lost the vine. Okay, let's cut another one. Okay, there we go. Let's not lose this one. I'm going to find it. I know I will. It fell under the scrap bin. Oh. Yeah, it probably did, didn't it? Yep, it sure did. You were watching. There we go. Now we have 2. Thanks, Christina. It was going to drive me crazy. All right, let's go and grab our vine and we're going to stick that on here. I'm going to pull in my mini glue dots for this. So I want to put it on these two middle leaves. So it still drives me bonkers that these mini glue dots are on this side and not the other. They used to be on here. And now they're on the loose end. Okay, so we've got those on there. Let's stick those to the circle. I'm kind of going really tight with them to the left-hand side of that circle, just like that. Then we're going to take our thank you and we're going to put a little bit of glue on it. If it's going to come out of there. Oh no, I lose stuff constantly, Kathy. And then I just double cut it and then now I have another one. There we go. It's all good. Okay. Oops. Almost lost that too. Okay, so we're going to take the thank you and we're going to put it on here, tuck it under that leaf, and we're going to stick it across that yellow paper so it's kind of right at the edge. And then we're going to make this come up here eventually. Okay, then we're going to take our pears. We're going to grab some bumpets. Okay, oh, I think we need another one down there. Have you guys tried this fun fold before? Is this a brand new one? Carol, I'm glad I'm not alone with those pesky dots. Okay, so let's stick our pears right here over top of our thank you. All right. Now what are we gonna do? Now we're gonna take our little flowers here. And I got this handy little glue bottle off of Amazon, and I've just taken our Tombow glue, the Stampin' Up! Tombow glue, and put it in here. Thanks, Glenda, for the tip. Glenda and her lovely class that I attended. We're going to use this to stick a little bit of glue down here, little dots, okay, where we're gonna put our flowers. So we're gonna put one there. Let's put one down here. And then we have 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've got 5 dots of glue. Oh, Glenda just made one. That's awesome. Okay, so then we're going to take our little flowers. And I like to give them some dimension. So I put them in the palm of my hand, and make sure you don't use the pointy end. That would hurt. Use the dull end, the rounded end. Okay. I should have my other pokey tool because it has the end I want. Okay, that one. We can put this one down here. And then we can put this one on. You don't have to give them the dimension I like to do, but I just think it makes them pop a little bit more. Okay. That one, I put the glue too close to the pear, but it's okay because we can just tuck it right underneath there like that. It doesn't have to be any more than that, right? It can just be there. We're almost done with this one. And then, do you guys have plans for the weekend? Here in Canada, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so I am so excited to cook a turkey on Sunday night. It's a small one, there's only gonna be 4 of us, but it's turkey nonetheless. Okay, so there is the front of our card. Now for the inside, we've got another piece of 4x4 cardstock. This one is basic white. We're gonna open this up carefully. Okay, so you wanna make sure when you're opening it that because we don't want it to go in a triangle right now, we're gonna do it like that. Then we're gonna grab our snail, or our seal. Snail, oh, I'm going way back in time. As you can see, back to my old things, I just have whatever glue is close at hand. I don't really have a preference. Okay, so we've got our white piece in there, and now we've got this little friend that we created. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some mini dots with this one. Okay. And we're going to pop them on the back of our friend. Now I want it to be fairly solid, so let's put 3 of these guys on the back. Okay. Thanks, Christina. She says, awesome comeback card. I love it. Okay, so we're going to take our friend, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take our card and we're going to pop it up however you want it to be, however tall you want it to stand, okay? And then you're going to put your friend right there, like that. So there is our card, but we're not quite finished because we have no bling. And we can't have a card at Birdsnest Designs without bling. We all know that, right? No bling and no dimensionals is not a Denise card. So we've got these sparkles, which are low profile sparkle dots. We could use any of the colors, but I'm going to actually do a combo. So we're going to stick them, and I like to kind of tuck them around so it's just that sparkle popping out. So we've got some green ones popping out from behind the leaves, and then we'll grab some yellow ones. And maybe add a little sparkle over here for these guys. Okay, onto that yellow. And last but not least, we need to pull in our Wink of Stella. Okay, and we are going to just add a wee bit of Wink of Stella to our yellow flowers. Just so they have a little bit of sparkle. Because sparkle makes me happy. Okay, if you want to just push those flowers down a little extra, you can do it with the end there too. And there is our Painterly Pear card, okay? Card number 1 of 3, you guys. We got 3 of these to make. Now this one was the most intricate. It's got the most parts as far as my planning went. We'll see what we come up with. But there you have it. There is card number 1. So let me just tidy this up just a wee bit, get all these bits and pieces out of the way. And then we're going to move on, and you guys can choose. Do you want to do one with Halloween next? Or I've got like a kind of like a sympathy style card. So we've got Halloween or sympathy. Let me know in the comments which one we should do next while I tidy this up quick. 10-second tidy, as I used to tell my boys when they were small. Okay, let's wind up this ribbon, get it put away. All right. Here we go. All right, sip of water. Put this card off to the side. Okay, Kathy says Halloween. So we can do Halloween next. We've got, like I said, we've got 2 more to go, and both are going to be super fun. So let me see. I'm going to just stick this. I better put these stamps away because, guys, it's true. I will lose them. So let's quickly clean this friend one. And then where did thank you even go? Now see, I've even lost it. There we go. Okay. Thank you can go here. And hello can go here. Put my little piece of cello back on. And then what I love about this is I can just then tuck it right into my fun little envelope, into my basket, and they're easy to just like flip through. So there's our Painterly Pears. Okay, up next we have Halloween. It will be here before you know it. So I'm going to, I think we're going to use a black ink. We've got Playful Ghost. So this one is a retired stamp set, but I want to just use the sentiments from here. I've got the sparkly Petunia Pop ribbon. I've pulled in some pieces out of the Spooky Sweet Specialty Designer Series paper because it's going to be perfect for what we want to do on this card. And what else did I do? I think that's all I grabbed. So we're going to go with that to start with. Okay, so first thing, we're going to create that same fun fold. I want to show you how versatile it is and how you can use whatever you have in your card room right now to make a card using this fun fold. So our trimmer needs to come back in. I've already scored this one at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. So now what we need to do is just do that diagonal fold here. Okay. So we've done that diagonal one again like we did on the first. And now, okay, so let's go back to this. We're going to fold it. Remember, fold it in half. Bone folder. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half. And then we're going to fold it back. And then we're going to fold diagonal. So now we've created that whole fun fold all over again. We'll put some adhesive inside here. Okay. And then we will adhere that down. So there's our book binding. And I've already forgotten what Glenda called it. Book binding triangle easel card. I can't remember. I am so terrible, you guys, with names for fun folds, but it's okay. You get the gist. We're making a fun fold. All right, so then I brought in some black 4x4 and 3 3/4 square piece of designer series paper. So we're going to adhere those together. I love this pattern on this candy paper. It's so cute. Okay, again, I don't have this. I just kind of have a thought in my head for this one. I don't actually have it all figured out. So, okay, now that we have that adhered together, we're going to do that same little trick. We're going to take our seal, we're going to run it along there, and then we're going to run it along the bottom right corner of our black cardstock, so that when we put it on here, it's going to be lined up. So another trick that I forgot to point out in the first one is if you want to line this piece up nice and square, you're just going to line up these two corners along the score line. Okay, and then that's going to center it on your card for you and keep it nice and straight. Or it should. It should. Okay, there we go. All right, then we're going to take a 1x4 piece of designer paper. Now this is cut from the cutout. So there's these little strips here that you can cut out into banners or whatever. So I just cut one of those to 1x4. Again, you could use any kind of paper that you have in your stash to make this. I just want to show you how versatile it is and how much fun it is to create. Because really, I'm just here to have fun with you, okay? All right, so there we have it. Now I've pulled a bunch of die cuts. Now we are not going to need to use all of these, but there we have it. Those are the ones I pulled out, kind of this fun Halloween theme, and I cut one of these tags. So what we need to do for this is just trim. There it is. I was looking for my paper snips. So we're just going to trim the corners. And then I have this little trio of tag punches, I call them. I can't remember what they're called. But we're going to use one of these to create a tag. So I think we'll use this one. It's fun. Okay, let's punch that out. Ooh, that was tough. Okay, so there's our little tag topper. Now, let's think how we could do this. So I think we should put Happy Halloween on here first before we get too far. Otherwise, I know it'll happen. I'll just add so many things. I won't have any room for the sentiment. So I love this Happy Halloween that's in Playful Ghost from last year's release. And we're going to use that to stamp Happy Halloween. I think I want it up. Yeah, I do. I want it up top. So let's go ahead and stamp that here to the side. Okay, so I just use black for that. Fun is good, Kathy. Crafting is supposed to be fun, right? Okay, so there's going to be our tag. Now we pulled in this beautiful sparkly ribbon, so let's go ahead and tuck a little bit of that through here. Oh, I just had a really great idea. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to do this. I need to pop over to my other little shelf and grab my baker's twine. So we're going to tie that with some black baker's twine because I think that's going to look really great. So what I find when I have a tie that I want to do like this. So remember, this is going to open up and it's going to stand like this, right? So we want our tag to be nice and visible when it's standing. So I'm going to, for now, I'm going to pull that out again. Let's put a few bumpets on the back of our tag. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to stick this over here. Maybe I stick it down like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to stick it through here. Fold it in half. Now you're going to want to have something, unless if you have a friend close by, have them hold this for you. If you don't, then use your punch. It'll work too. Okay, and we're going to stick this twine through the back. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to tie a pretty little bow with our black ribbon. You guys still with me? Intently watching. I'm not seeing as many comments coming. Maybe you're creating along with me. That would be awesome. I'd love to see. I love to see what you guys are making. I pull so much inspiration from your comments, from your creativity. So keep them coming. Okay, we're going to tie that bow. We're going to make that look pretty later. But for now, the bow is in place, the ribbon's in place, things are good. Now, let's go ahead and take our cauldron here. And then they've got this fun little like potion coming out, and I think it's so great. So we're going to take that, and I think we want that on the top. But we could make this really fun by adding a couple bumpets. So let's put our bumpets right onto the cauldron here. And we can pop our potion coming out like that. Okay. And then let's add a little bit of Wink of Stella while we have it here, because this potion can be sparkly. Everything can be sparkly. Don't you agree? I'm just gonna, oh, see, it's me and this, sometimes Wink of Stella and I, we don't get along because it wants to like blurt out a whole bunch of glitter at once. Okay, so a little bit of glitter there on our potion. Now let's put this on here, how we kind of want to, let's start designing this. So we've got our potion, sparkly potion. We could have this fun little bottle over here, kind of off to the side. Maybe we have this like that. I don't know, this sweet is so cute. Something like that's kind of cute. What are you guys thinking of this so far? And then once we have that, we can add some little candy corn. I do not like candy corn. What do you guys think? Do you like it? To me, it just tastes like pure sugar, and I'm just not a fan at all. Okay, so we've got a little bit of glue on the back of our cauldron. Let's go ahead and center that onto our tag. Okay, first things first, let's get that done. Then we'll take our potions here and we'll stick one there, and then maybe we have one like this, kind of, I don't know. I don't know, I'm just having fun with this Halloween stuff. I think it's so cute. So let's stick that one, kind of coming out from behind the tag a little bit. Maybe like that. I'll put some bumpets on the back of this one. I've got to get busy making Halloween cards. I honestly was going to do it, and then I didn't because Canada Post was on strike. And so I thought, well, why do it? I can't send them. But now they're back, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to make Halloween cards. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make Halloween cards and Halloween treats for work. Yes, it's going to be a fun, crafty weekend. We're supposed to actually get snow. Can you believe I'm saying that word right now? Snow? We're supposed to get snow on like Monday. Craziness. Okay, so I'm putting mini bumpets on the back of our candy corn. We're just kind of having them tucked out here on the bottom. You guys haven't answered. I don't see any comments about candy corn. Are you guys fans? Maybe we want some there. Yeah, that's cute. I love the color and what it symbolizes, like the fun, nostalgic Halloween kind of thing. But to eat it, oh my goodness, I do not like it. That's really cute. Okay, so now we have some bats, which we can like put on our card here too. With some bumpets, of course. Oh, Jennifer even likes those orange candy pumpkins. I do not like them, but I'm not much of a candy person. I do like chocolate, but I'm not much for candy. So let's stick one up there too. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is coming out so cute. So now here's my thinking. We need something for a stop inside here, right? So we've got our 4x4 piece of white. Oh, look, okay, that's okay. This is just a scrap piece when I was playing with my pears yesterday. That's okay, it'll work for our inside. So I'm gonna open this up, put that in there. Okay, now for our stop, we're gonna use this broom. I saw this broom in there and I was like, it is perfect. So we can have our little witch's broom is going to be the stop for our card. So what we need to do then is we need to make bumpets on the back of it. So let's put 2. We want to make it pretty solid, remember? So 1, 2, maybe even third one if it'll fit there. Okay. And then for this, I don't know for the handle if these little guys are going to be too big. Let's see. Okay, I think that's lots. It's lots of bumpets, but remember, we don't want our card to fall down once it's standing. So we want to make sure this is nice and sturdy. And now we'll position our card. And then, oh, I want it to go the other way. I think we could have our broom like that. Oh my gosh, I love it, you guys. It's so adorable. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our little trick or treat stamp that's also from that Playful Ghost stamp set from last year. We're going to grab that and we're going to stamp trick or treat down here in the corner. Now, I do wish that this was photopolymer so I could see where I was stamping it. However, it's not, so we're going to just stamp it like this. Trick or treat, I love it. What do you guys think so far? Okay, so now that it's standing, we've got this card up. We can get this bow and ribbon looking a little bit more nice by twisting, pulling these tighter like that. So I have this nice bow. I do like the string hanging down, so I don't want to cut all of that away. The little purple is a little too long, so we'll trim that off so it stands up, right? If we make it too long, it just flops over, but see how I did? I cut it, now it stands up. So when our card is up, look at that. Isn't that fun? And then we can pull in these same bling that we used earlier, and we can add some sparkle to this card too. So I think yellow or green, actually, you know what? They would all work, but let's stick with the green. I like the kind of darker hue for this one. So we can stick green dot there. Maybe one over here. There's no rhyme or reason to bling, right? It's just to add some happiness. Bling adds happiness. Okay, there we have it. There is card number 2 using this fun fold card design. And let me know what you think. There's our first 2 cards. We have one more to make, don't forget. So let me just tidy up here real quick. And then we're gonna switch tones again, and we're gonna make like a sympathy style card using this fun fold too. So I'm just gonna clean these stamps real quick. Are you feeling inspired to give this one a try? I'd love it. It's such a fun fold. Okay, so we're gonna take this, and then we're going to put it inside my envelopes. Now you guys have probably heard that Stampin' Up's packaging for their new stamps are going to be in these clear sleeves, which is what gave me the idea to do this switch. And it saves me so much space. So I love it. I have not received any of the new Stampin' Up product in the sleeves, but these are just some ones I had here for other things that I worked perfectly. Okay, so there's those 2 stamps, or 2 cards. Now we're gonna switch themes again, and this time we're gonna use prairie grass. I love this stamp set, you guys. It is so beautiful. And now that I'm living here in the prairies of Saskatchewan, I can appreciate just the beauty of this imagery. The sentiments are awesome. So we're gonna make a really quick, this one's gonna be super quick, card with this one. Okay, now we have some very pretty colors. Now I have pulled in one of my retired favorite colors because that's what I'm doing. I'm using some retired, some current, mixing it all up. I brought in some wild wheat because you guys, I miss it. I love wild wheat. It's such a fun color. So I'm going to mix that with Pretty Peacock because they're stunning together. And then this paper, and to be honest with you guys, I don't even know if it's still current. I think it is, but I could be wrong. But it's Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. And I've chosen this pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to, once again, score our card base at 4 1/4. You guys are going to know this off heart, right? 4 1/4, and then 5 1/2. Diagonal from the top right corner to the bottom of the 4 1/4 score line. All right. While I've got my cutter here, I'm going to trim this down to 3 3/4 square. So first I'll take this and go down to 3 3/4. And then I want to assess how I want this to be. So I want a little bit of this showing at the bottom, this Pretty Peacock color. So I think if we cut it around there, maybe scooch it up a bit. Okay. And then I want to take it, turn it, and make it 3 3/4 square. So I've chosen which part of that paper I want in there. And then we can put this off to the side. So we've got a square of wild wheat 4 by 4, which that does not look 4 by 4. But it is. Okay. Then we've got a 4 by 4 piece of white. And, oh, Glenda says it is still current. Thanks, Glenda. And then we have a piece of white. So for this card, we are going to use, again, prairie grass. And then I've pulled in some Unbounded Love dies. Again, I know they were on the last chance. I'm not sure if they're still available or not. But we're going to use some of these for our label. So I'm going to cut... If I can get it out of here, I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut this one right here out of white. And then for our inside stop, I think we'll use, why not use this one? Let's keep with that. Okay, let's cut those 2 out. of our basic white. And then we'll just do some stamping, and this card's going to come together super, super fast. And then I'm so excited to ask you at the end, which of the 3 cards is your favorite? Which one you like the best? Which one's most inspiring? Okay, so we've got that one, that one. Okay. I love this stamp set too, Jennifer. It's just beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a great big block. I'm going to take our prairie grass stamp set out of here. And I want to use, I want to use this one. Oof, I almost used the wrong one. I was going to use the great big one, but the more I look at this, I want to use this one right here. And I think we'll use this one too. So we'll stamp, let's see, will this one fit on there? Oh, it does. I love it when that works. A happy accident. Okay, and then this one can fit here. All right, so we're gonna use black ink. You could use peacock, you could use starry, not starry sky, secret sea, but whatever color, use something nice and dark for this one. So what we're gonna do is gonna take this stamp here, make sure it's nice and inky. Now I want to make sure it comes off the bottom of my card because I don't want it to look like it's floating. So I've taken and beyond the bottom of the paper. Okay. Hold it there so the ink transfers well, and then pull it off. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so beautiful. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to stamp it over here. Like that. Is that not just like so fun? It's just making those like really come to the front and make so pretty. Okay, now I think what we want to do we want to do a stamped off? I feel like I kind of want a little bit more going on here. So I got a lot of ink on here. First, I'm going to clean this ink because you guys look at all that ink that pooled in there. I'm pushing way too hard. I'm just so excited. Okay. So now we're going to ink this up again, not pushing as hard. And then we can come in here, maybe put a little more grass off to the side. Like that. Ink it up again and a little more. This time I'm going to like kind of pull it down a bit. So I'm not getting the full thickness down there, but just a few blades of grass there. Oh my goodness, so fun. Okay, so let's try something else. I'm going to ink this up and then I'm going to stamp it off. And then I'm going to stamp it on here again, just to kind of give it some, just to see. Oh, look at that. Okay, now we have to do it on the other side too. Oh my gosh, I love stamping, you guys. It's so fun. We just keep adding things. Okay, there we go. That is beautiful. And so simple, right? Do you guys like it? All right, so once we have that, we're going to take and put that onto our... Okay, seriously, what is happening? That does not look... I need to remeasure this. It looks like it is not the right size. Let me just double check this. Oh, it's like a smidge out. Sometimes that smidge can be enough to like really throw off the look. So I've trimmed it down to 4x4. This is all that came off of it. Okay, so we're gonna take this and we're going, oh, how beautiful is that side too? Okay, so we're gonna take this, we're gonna attach it to our wild wheat. If you guys have some of this wild wheat in your collection, you're so lucky. I love it so much. Okay, so we've got that piece on there. We can come in with our card base. Remember, we're going to do the same thing we've done in the past. We're going to close with the last two cards. It's like on repeat, right? Fold on the 5.5, back on the 4 1/4, and then in on the diagonal. All right, so there we have our card again. We're going to take and glue down this, which I think it's almost time to get rid of this glue. I think it's very, very empty. So I'm gonna put it back in my little shoe holder. Okay, let's put that down. Now I did not cut a piece for here, so we need a 1x4. So I'm gonna use this beautiful backdrop here on this piece. So I'm just gonna quickly trim that down to 1x4. Stick that down here. Oh, you guys, thank you for all your comments. I'm glad you're liking it. Prairie grass. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful stamp. If you don't have it, anything that you have in your stash that has kind of that silhouette-y looking grass or plant would look really cute on here too. So in the same way we did the other ones, we're going to, let's use some liquid glue this time just for fun. This is the other bottle. Let's see if it's working any better. We're going to put some along here. And then in the bottom right corner. Again. And that is going to go on here. Oh, remember, line up those diagonals. And it should line up your, should center your piece properly. Maybe not. Maybe not tonight. It's not going to, not on card number 3. Oh well, it's still fun, right? It's okay. It doesn't need to be perfectly straight. Okay, so there's that. Now for our sentiments over here on these little labels that we created. I've got some sentiments to choose from. So for here, we could put, you're not alone, I'm here for you, my shoulder is yours, which I think, you guys, that is beautiful. So let's go with that. I don't know if that's going to fit on there. We might have to recut something different. Let me see if this is going to work. Again, wishing it was photopolymer so I could see better. But let's just see how that stamps. Oh, so pretty. Okay, nice and plain. So I'm going to try getting that on here. Oh, it worked. Look at that. Okay, so we've got that one. And then we're going to take, that's going to be our inside piece. And you're not alone, I'm here for you can be our main sentiment on the front of the card. Just like that. Now this card is simple. Remember, I said simple, simple, simple. Going to come together quick and easy, but I do want to add some ribbon. So we're going to have our label. Our label could go up here, right? So it's not taking away from our beautiful thing. But you guys, I can't use wild wheat and not pull in this ribbon because, oh my gosh, I love this ribbon so much. This is the rustic striped ribbon. If you have some in your collection, you can use this. If you have something else, you could use whatever you have. Remember, it's about loving what you have and using it because that's why we bought it to begin with. So how are we going to put this ribbon on? Let's just play around with this for a second. We could simply just do this. I don't even think it needs to be much more than that, do you? I think it could just be something so simple. Oh, but I don't want to take away from those. Maybe it's got to be this way. Oh, not quite like that. It could just be, I don't know. Okay, let's just wing it. I'm overthinking this. This is about having fun, no stress. Crafting's not supposed to be stressful. So let's just put a piece of tear tape back there. And let's just wind our ribbon around a little bit. Just so we have, I don't want a lot because I really want the focus to be our beautiful stamped image here. So I just want this to have a little bit of texture and tie in this fun ribbon. So it's perfect for fall too. Like wild wheat is a perfect autumn color. And then let's add some bumpets. We're almost done. I haven't done a video in 4 months, you guys, and now we're just like kicking it off with 3 cards in one 1 hour long video. Right? Go big or go home, right? That's why not. Thank you so much for being here. If you're live, I love that you've taken time out of your Friday evening to come here or catching the replay on the weekend. I love it. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so now we'll take this, we'll put it down here like that. For the inside, we're gonna add some bling, don't worry. I know it's plain right now, but we're gonna take our white background, and why could we not? We totally could, couldn't we? Why could we not put a 4-inch strip of paper? Let's make this like super pretty. We'll have it tie in with this one. We'll put this piece that was just the extra piece of scrap off there. It's a great way to start my weekend too, Jennifer. Okay, we're going to take this one. We're going to stick that down here. Oh, now look at, I moved it. So we don't want, I don't like it. It's pesky when that pesky little white mark shows. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's our inside. Let's go ahead and attach that to the inside of the card. And then that happens, right? Right near the end, and that happens. So we'll switch. I could refill it, but this glue's at hand, so we'll use that. So that can go in here. And then we'll take My Shoulder Is Yours. Oh, throw our lid across the table. I hope the lighting and everything, I meant to ask you guys that earlier, is okay. I'm really struggling with this light. I've ordered a new one, but of course it's taking a while to get here with the current situation and the postage, but hopefully it'll come for next week or the week after. It would be great. Okay, so now we're gonna have this as our stop. So we can do that just like this on that one. And then it's gonna sit like that. And we do need a little bit of sparkle. Even though it's a sympathy card, we still need a little bit of sparkle, right? Because it's not even necessarily sympathy. It's just for somebody who's, you know, going through something and needs a friend, needs a little reminder that you're there for them. So I think for this one too, we could use, I think we could use the blue. The yellow is definitely too bright, but we could use maybe the blue. Kind of pulls in some of those other colors. Where do we want to put it? Maybe we'll put one there. Oh, I didn't want to put it there, but well, maybe we can get it off. There we go. Up here? Maybe up there. Okay. Hi, Gail. Nice to see you. I don't know. I usually just stick to 3, you guys, but I think that we need, like, I don't know. Do we need more? I can't decide. I don't know. Let's just do that. Okay, Denise, leave it alone. Oh, but now I have 4. And we kind of need to have 5, don't we? Put one down here. Let's put a sparkle down there. Okay, now I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to walk away. All right. So there we have card number 3. So we have made 3 beautiful cards, all extremely different, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at our beautiful creations we made tonight. Aren't they fun? And they're all using the same fun fold, a mixture of old and new product. Some's retired, some's just been around longer, and some is fairly new. I won't say brand new, but fairly new. So there. Can you imagine how you could make this card with supplies you have in your stash right now? Something a little bit different. Aren't those fun? So let me know. I see card number 3, Denise said is her favorite. Leave me a comment. Let me know which one you like best. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, I'm trying to find my mouse so I can come back on the screen with you guys. There we go. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was so fun. Thank you so much for being here with me, stamping with me on this Friday evening. Oh, Carol says the pear one is her favorite. Thank you, friends, for joining me here tonight. I hope you're feeling inspired. I hope you're feeling really inspired to give this card a try. Play with the supplies you already have and to find a little joy in the process. It doesn't have to be brand new product. It's just whatever you love and your heart will shine through. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss a beat for the next time I'm live. My goal is to come here live with you once a week and share some crafty love with you and have some fun. It's about fun, relaxing, not stressful, and you know that. So let's get back to that. Let's get back to the fun, crafty time together. I have missed you all. So thank you for being here. Jennifer likes 2 and 3. Christina's favorite are 3, 1, 2. Gail says the lighting is good. That's awesome. Okay. Number 1 is Kathy's favorite. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I am grateful for all of you. And I look forward to seeing you again next week in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, share the video, give me those thumbs up, share the hearts, and all the things. I will be sending out my email newsletters on Sundays going forward. So if you're not already on my email list, be sure to sign up. The link is in the description of the video. You do get a free card sketch tutorial. So there's 3 sketches and each one has a multitude of designs using new and old products. So make sure to get on that if you aren't already. And I will be sending out emails Sundays with the schedule for that week of what day I'll be live. So thank you all for being here. Have a great weekend and we'll see you guys all very, very soon. Now, if I can find my mouse again. Okay, there we go.